Now we're going to go on to our third tab, mathematics operators. And the first thing to note is that when you're using computer and different software, they express the mathematical operators differently. Okay, for one, starting off with brackets. In mathematics, you have round brackets, square brackets, curly brackets, but when it comes to computing, we're all using round brackets, and you just have to count which is the innermost and which is the outermost. Okay, and the percentage symbol works if you type 100%. Okay, 100% will be recorded as 1. Okay, 100% means 100 over 100, which works out to be the number 1. Okay, 50% is 0.5 and so on. Following from the bottommost, okay, when you're trying to say, let's say 5 square, 5 to the power of 2, we write 5, and then we have this caret symbol, which is the symbol that's sitting above the number 6 key on your keyboard. Okay, 5 power 12, or 7 to the power of 10, or something like that. So the power, to denote the power, we use this caret symbol. Multiplication, instead of using the normal X that we draw, in computer we will typically use a multiply sign, asterisk as a multiply sign. For division, instead of the normal mathematical division symbol, we're trying to use something like fraction. Okay, so we're going to use a forward slash like that. Take note though that please gather your numerator and denominator using the bracket or parenthesis, so that we know that anything to the or rather which terms on the left is the numerator and which terms on the right make up the denominator. Use bracketing if unsure. Okay, addition, subtraction, the usual plus and minus sign. Okay, let's apply that now to simple profit and loss. Okay, let me just zoom out here. Now, something about Excel. Okay, some of you are a bit of neat freaks and you would like to actually color in the table, so I'm going to show you some of that now. So it's called formatting. Okay, it's just for cosmetic purposes. Excel actually doesn't really care about that. It's more for the user. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the table, the month, expense, revenue and profit. This is the header, and all the data below, including the total. Okay, select all this, and if you look at the font column here, there is this grid-like thing. This actually draws the border. If I click the small arrow, drop down menu, I'm going to look for all borders. Okay, just click that, and the neat thing now is Excel has drawn the borders. It makes it easier for your eyes to see. Okay, if you like to, you can also color the header here with some shading. Okay, so the top 4 entries here, the first row here, I'm going to use the shading. Look for this symbol with a bucket that is pouring out. There's a few colors. The default is yellow. I don't want yellow. I'm looking for something like gray or this one. Okay, let's use a gray, 15%. Okay, and perhaps you like to make it bold, so also selecting, and B for bold. Okay, so a little bit of formatting going on there. Okay, if you like to format the first column also, go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so sometimes it's makes for better presentation. Okay, back to our mathematical operators. We're going to calculate the profit or loss for each month. Okay, expense is basically what you spend, revenue is what you earn. Okay, so in January we earn 4,267, but we spend actually more, 4,005 something. Okay, so if you are going to spend more than you earn, that results in a loss. By the way, these are dollars, and let's do that later. Okay, so I want to take the revenue and subtract the expense. Okay, but I'm not going to use my calculator now and type 4267 minus 4535 and read off the figure and type it in. I'm actually going to get Excel to do that for me, and I don't even want to type out the digits there. Okay, here's how we do that. So this is the area where we want Excel to calculate. This is the target box where we want the result of the calculation to be. Select that. Let me just zoom in for you. Okay, zoom in. Alright, so this first box, January profit loss, keep your selector there. While it's there, get your hand on your keyboard and type equal. Okay, and all of Excel formula begin with the equal sign. When you type equal, then Excel is expecting some formula or calculation to proceed. Okay, so equal to, and instead of typing 4267, I'm actually going to click the cell or the box containing 4267, the revenue. Okay, so carefully there, click that. Okay, please don't click anywhere else. Okay, if you click something else and you're messed up and you don't know how to come back, just press escape. Okay, hit escape and you're out. Okay, let's do that again. Equal to, I'm going to click the box here containing the revenue. Okay, when I click this box, it selects to tell me which one I've clicked, and in the formula it says F6. Okay, column F, row 6, that is January's revenue, F6. Okay, so we got the box. We don't care the contents, we're just saying take whatever is in here, and then next we're going to type the minus sign or dash on our keyboard. Okay, minus, and we're going to click the expense cell here. Okay, we click that, that is E5. So what Excel is going to do, we want Excel to take the contents of F6 and minus the contents in E6. Okay, got that? Contents of F6 minus the contents of E6. Okay, I say contents, Excel actually means the value. It has to be a value for Excel to do that. Okay, and from here I'm just going to hit enter. Okay, and you can see that the result of this calculation is negative 268, meaning that we have made a loss. Okay, because we have spent more than we earn. Okay, and you're seeing negative 268, but in the formula bar you're seeing F equal F6 minus E6. Okay, that means cell F6. Okay, if you want to see the formula in color, just double click this box again and it will show you the F6 in blue minus E6 in red. Okay, and you double click, you view it, and you want to get out of it, just press escape or enter. Okay, and so that's how we do the profit and loss for January. Okay, in this case a loss. Next, rather than do the same for February, what we can get Excel to do is, now that we have got for one row that does this minus this, we're going to use Excel's drag and fill option now, function, and selecting the formula you have just created, which is F6 minus E6. Okay, escape from there. Keep it selected, mouse over the bottom right, and we're going to drag it down all the way to December. Okay, wow, so let's just check that the formula is correct. Okay, double click on February. So yes, they have actually, hey wait, we started with F6 minus E6, but when escape, when we go to February, it goes F7 minus E7, and in March, double click, F8 minus E8. So Excel has actually done the increment rows for you, okay, all the way to December. Okay, so that is the power of Excel's generating tool, so that it can do a subtraction in one row and do it for the subsequent hundreds or thousands of data that follow. It's saving you a lot of time here rather than pressing calculator.